Alright, so if you put Teflon on threads daily, you've encountered this problem at least once. A cool remedy to this though is to first wrap your Teflon around a thin round object like a pencil or whatnot, then proceed to wrapping it around your threads, making it much easier to complete the task. Alright, so you made a hole in the wall using a hole saw and it's too small. Here's an ingenious way to upsize it. Because your center bit has nothing to drill into anymore, grab your hole saw and fit it into your bigger one. It'll stick out just enough to get your hole started and it'll save you a pretty bad headache too. Joining two pipes at a 45-degree angle could be frustrating. Here's a neat trick that'll get that offset completed in no time. Measure from center to center of both pipes, multiply that measurement by 1.4, and subtract both of your fittings to get your final measurement. Go ahead, Einstein. Who said you couldn't do it? If for whatever reason you're trying to put a fitting on a copper pipe and it ain't going in, it's most probably because it's out of shape. A quick fix for this is to whip out your adjustable wrench, set it to pipe size, and rotate it to bring it back to a perfectly round shape. Try your fitting on now. It should go on. If ever you glued a fitting on wrong or you simply need to remove it, give this a try. Cut the pipe flush with the fitting, make 2 incisions on the hub portion, and pry it off with a chisel or a flathead screwdriver. No more going to the hardware store for nothing.
Have you ever used a shark bite fitting before? Needed to remove it and couldn't find the tool to do it? Grab an adjustable wrench, adjust it to pipe size, and whack it till it comes off. Easy, right? Got some threaded rod that needs an offset? No problem. Get your adjustable wrench and use the tail end to create a bend. There you got it, an offset rod. If you're trying to run a nut down some rod and it ain't working, it's probably because it wasn't cut right. Grab your trusty adjustable pliers and remove the lip that was created during the cut. Voila, you're back on the road. If you do a lot of underground plumbing, this trick is for you. Get some half-inch threaded rod, sandwich a washer in between 2 nuts, and grind some teeth on the perimeter of the washer. You got yourself a makeshift inner pipe cutter. Go ahead and cut any pipe no other tool could fit in. Can't install a support but you need your piece to hold to get it soldered? I gotcha. Grab some pliers and crimp your fitting to make it into an oval shape. You'll be surprised how long of a piece your crimp fitting will hold. Try it. Have you been marking your measurements with a Sharpie? Here's a way to save time and money. If you're cutting with a manual pipe cutter, flip your cutter and scribe the pipe with the reamer. Once you get the hang of it, you won't need your Sharpie no more. Dropping tools or whatnot is inevitable. If you're fortunate enough to have a magnetic tip on your measuring tape, use it to pick up fallen items. I use this trick all the time and find it to be very practical.
If you often plumb cast iron piping, here's a nice trick to help keep things level. Place your level on the side so both vials are visible. Now you don't have to change your level continuously, saving you time and trouble. Whenever measuring pipe centers, getting an accurate reading could be a hassle. Here's a smarter way of doing it. Instead of measuring from center to center, measure from side to side. This only works on same size pipes. We all know drilling large holes could be dangerous. Here's how you can prevent a dangerous kickback. Set your drill's clutch to the maximum setting. In the event of a kickback, your drill will absorb the shock and protect you from getting hurt. Sometimes soldering an unsupported pipe is impossible. Here's a quick trick that will help you out. Grab your tape measure and use it as a temporary support by locking the blade at the desired height. This only works with small diameter piping. If ever you glued a pipe to a fitting and need to remove it, grab your belt, cinch it tight around the pipe, and pull while rotating simultaneously to remove it.
Need a bigger hole but use the wrong size hole saw? Get a scrap piece of wood and bore a hole with your bigger size hole saw. You can now use your template as a guide to make your new hole. Pretty neat, huh? Crimp a lot of PEX connections in your day? This trick will make your life a whole lot easier. Just before crimping your fitting, grab a pair of adjustable pliers and lightly squeeze your collar. This will lock it in place exactly where you want it. You could then go ahead and crimp away your fitting. Have you been putting Teflon on your threads this way? The right way to put Teflon is to do it in a clockwise direction. If done the other way around, it'll undo when screwing your fitting on, and you'll most likely get a leaky joint. Need to solder a coupling in a tight spot and have no play in your pipes to make the repair? Here's a cool trick that'll fix your dilemma. Inside a coupling is a stopper that ensures the right penetration. We won't be needing this anymore. Grab some threaded rod and file it down. You can now slip it over the pipe to complete your repair.
Alright, so if you've ever been stuck trying to find a way to cut a plastic pipe with no access, here's a sweet trick that'll help you out. Snag yourself some masonry cord, wrap it around your pipe, and use a sawing motion to cut through it. Who knew you'd be flossing on the job? If ever you work in a tight spot and don't have a shelf to free up a hand, grab your torpedo level and make one. Now you can hang a screwdriver or store some driver bits on it and you're sure not to drop them. As a plumber, carrying sheet goods is a possible thing in a day. Here's a neat way to do it effortlessly. Get any size pipe wrench and clinch it on tight to serve as a grip. They always said it, work smarter, not harder. You were cutting a copper pipe and your cutting wheel snapped. That's a bummer. Most pipe cutters have a spare cutting wheel in the knob. Bet you didn't know that one. If your pipe wrenches aren't cutting it and you need longer ones but don't have any, cut yourself 2 sections of any plastic pipe and use them as levers to aid you in the process. If ever you need to tighten a nut but don't have a ratchet extension, I gotcha. Grab some type M copper that has a long enough reach and hit the nut as straight as you can, just like this. It'll take its shape and you'll be able to use it in your hard to reach area. A reciprocating saw is a must on any job site, but if for whatever reason you can't find a blade for it, you can alternatively use a hacksaw blade to get you out the pit. Just make sure to start off nice and slow. Are you tired of this? Let me show you an easy fix. Just when you're about ready to apply your solder, wipe off all the excess flux and proceed to soldering. This will inhibit any dripping that might normally occur on vertical joints. If for whatever reason you kinked a PEX line, here's a cool little trick that'll set you apart from all the others. Get your plumber's torch and heat up the kink. The plastic will slowly turn clear and take back its original shape. Shark bite fittings can be difficult to remove without the proper tool. Here are 2 alternatives that work surprisingly well. Either use an adjustable wrench like this one, adjust the pipe size and pull, or use an appropriate size teflon to get that sucker off. And as a bonus, I'll leave this trick here and let you guys figure it out. You need to be a black belt plumber to be able to manage this one. Construction fasteners and tools. Get all your construction supplies and tools quickly at the best price. And don't forget to sign up to their newsletter for awesome deals. Also, subscribe to the channel for more cool upcoming videos. And until the next one, thanks for watching.